All right, everybody, welcome back to Ecast, another episode of exclusive chats and studio tracks. And we have, once again, a special invitation here from a good friend that we met not too long ago at the Bearded Beans. If you haven't been there, you definitely best check that place out, especially on Fridays when they have the open mic, because there's a bunch of creative people, great to connect and network. So get to it. So today we have Mr. DIY himself. He does it all, man. He does it all. He does the graphics, he does your beats, he does your photograph, your video, everything. You mentioned it. Welcome, JC LOCZ. What's going on, my man?
What's up?
Welcome, Papa.
Gracias.
Man, I've been waiting for this day today.
Yeah.
Because we had a great conversation when we first met.
I know, we definitely linked up.
Yeah, I figured out, I was like, damn, is he like my lost brother or somewhere?
I was gonna say the same about you, man. I think we kind of linked up. I think similar to we could resemble to a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
That was one thing I think connected us when we started talking. Like, you did too. Like, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Oh, me too. I'm like, what the? We definitely linked right there for sure. That was a good time.
Yeah, definitely a good time. I did not expect to. It's so random, right? Because you go to these places and you never know what to really expect. You go with that intention of giving people back some of the things that you have accomplished, but you receive so much more sometimes. And that day was definitely one of them. And I'm so grateful that you are here, brother.
No, yeah, thank you.
How you feeling, man? How you been lately?
Pretty good. Vacation right now, vacation time, you know, for Thanksgiving. And we all have a busy schedule, you know, for work. Try to find that extra time, you know,
I feel you, man.
And do it for us.
What's your latest project now?
Just like 2 days ago, I released a new song.
Ooh.
And I kind of was writing the lyrics. I kind of did the process on like my Instagram stories.
Okay.
So I was kind of writing the process, finishing the lyrics, and then I go and record it, and then I kind of show the graphics, how I'm doing the graphics, post it.
That's crazy.
And then I upload it up, and then hey, go stream my song, you know. So
the life of an independent worker, man, and artist, designer, mastermind, producer, everything, man. That's why I can relate so much with you, man, so much. But let's go back a little bit, man. Tell me about your early life and your music. Did you grow up in Salinas?
Yeah, I was born in Salinas. Then my parents moved around a lot. I lived in Gilroy, Hollister, Chular, went to school in Gonzales, went to school in Gilroy and Hollister too.
Oh, the Central Coast.
Yeah, King City. Went all the way to King City, Soledad as well. Then I ended up moving to San Diego for a while too, and then I ended up moving back up north here with my mom, and then that's where I kind of stayed. And then I've been living here in Salinas ever since 2008.
Okay.
2007, 2008. Yeah.
How long have you been taking music on as your baby per se?
Like professionally, to put myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
More to say, I think since 2013, 2014.
Okay.
When I really wanted to like go into a studio, recording my songs, and to like, hey, I want to do this, you know.
Getting your years under your belt. That's what's up.
So that's kind of how I started hitting up people that had studios or that had the computer, so I can record on their stuff, you know. Other than that, I started buying my own stuff, learning off of them, watching them how they do kind of mixing and stuff like that, and implementing those skills for myself.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's kind of how I started.
So before you started your music journey, was there anything specifically that you wanted to accomplish as a kid, that you had a dream to accomplish?
I think we all have like, hey, I want to be a rapper, you know, or growing up like Eminem and this.
Yeah,
and that, you know, that's kind of how I grew up on. But I grew up around my uncles. They played instruments, live band music. I kind of got a little more involved around there. After that, I would write my own songs, like poems. Kind of started all this back when I was like 12 years old. I would write poems to my girlfriends and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it would start. I would go on the internet stuff and look up poems and then write them and then kind of fold them in
shit.
little pairs, whatever, and give them to the girl, give them to the girlfriends.
Romanticón
So,
aquí.
that's kind of how it started. And then I would we would pretend battle rapping with my friends, and we would do like the battle raps from the Eminem movie.
The 8 Mile?
At the 8 Mile, thinking we're like battle rapping. So it was pretty cool. Like
That's fun, man. What? So now hearing that you move around the Central Coast a lot, how that movement has influenced your music?
I've been around a lot of different environments. I would say a lot of different people. I guess some people would say I'm like very outgoing, and maybe say, hey, this guy talks a lot and this and that. But I feel because I've been around a lot of people where I don't care to walk up, hey, how you been, or hey, what you doing, hey, what are you up to, or even how I walked up to you, just hey, what's your name, like, how you doing, just to introduce myself.
Yeah.
Kind of seeing that you were doing something, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? What you doing?
Yeah.
I kind of like to approach,
Right.
even when I do my photography, if I'm seeing someone that has a camera, hey man, what are you shooting with? Like, hey, what you shooting? So just starting conversation,
Right.
But growing up, moving up and down, I'm guessing I have a little bit of connection. I'm guessing that I could be able to relate to certain people and be able to approach people.
You do multiple things though. It's not just music, people. Yeah. Listen up. Listen up.
That's kind of hard to like.
It's not just music. So I mean, we gonna get into the studio later on because, as always, exclusive tracks and studio tracks. I mean, exclusive chats and studio tracks. Man, I'm messing up the same name of my podcast. What the fuck? But my man here, he also does photo shootings and videos and
music videos, weddings, quinceañeras, all types of events. Yeah.
Todo, man. So how that came about too?
So, and it revolves around music too, right? So just like when I started music, I would have to like almost $100, $150 I would pay to go record music at a studio, and I didn't want to go be paying every time to go record a song and this much, So I started just saving my money. I bought myself my microphone, headphones, and my laptop first, and I started on there, started working, getting more money, and now I bought me a PC, got me a better equipment, better microphone, everything. So now I started recording, buying better software, YouTube University, learning and just trial and error, practice. Even till right now, I'm still practicing. It's not saying that my sound is perfect, but I'm still trying to perfect it to my liking. Everybody has their own style, their sound that they're looking for.
Definitely.
Took me a while just to kind of all these years that we have this knowledge of we learn of certain techniques or certain programs that we use to perfect it. But growing up, well, not growing up, but learning, coming up on how to record, right? Then how to shoot my own music videos, how to do my own graphics. So I had to go and look for people to do that for me.
Right.
And I didn't want to struggle to be doing all of that.
Man, I feel
an all around artist, right?
Yeah.
So I try to like do my own beats. So I would, in school when I started, I had a beat class, a music class.
Oh, really?
So we had a piano and then
that's cool.
Beats. So I kind of got into that there, and it got me more intrigued into wanting to do that.
Man, this is the second time that I've heard this.
And this was in San Diego.
Oh, in San Diego.
Yeah, down in, it was not San Diego, in Carlsbad. That's where I was staying at. And they took us to a college to like check out a studio and set up and how they would record and stuff. Cool. So that kind of really got me like, hey, this is pretty tight. And but seeing that got a more influence than with my uncles doing bands. They went performing in restaurants and places like that. And I kind of enjoyed doing that,
yeah.
Me doing when we're rapping, I'm guessing it's just the artist. So it feels a little different when you're just there doing rap. When I see others doing their performing,
right,
they're having their band with it's a little different.
Yeah.
And I've done where I'm performing too with a live band, and it's a way different experience than just putting on the beat and rapping.
I mean? Definitely.
It is definitely a big difference right there too. But back to that, growing up doing that, just learning how to do shooting my own music videos. recording myself, doing all of that. So I had to learn how to do all of that for myself, so I don't have to go out and do all of that, you know.
Man, so we're talking real independent, real indie progress and growth in this conversation, people. So if you catch the gems, you better catch them now, because trust me, you're gonna miss out.
Same with yourself, man. I know. Look at what we got. We kind of do similar things. We kind of probably like-minded in certain aspects, and we have our own ideas and how we work or how we do our process. You know,
like, I'm curious, your creative process. Like, let's see, because you have. Let me go down the list a little bit. Let me go down the list. He has, obviously, he's JC LOCZ, an artist, the man, the myth, the legend. But he also has Envisions, G Designs, On the Block podcast, Wolfpack Designs, and clothing apparel, and all this other stuff. Bro, how in the world does all that stuff fit in a chain? What is that creative process like?
Wow. Well, you know, trying to come up with a brand for myself, trying to put myself out there, you know. Not just, let's say if I was just to do music and it doesn't work, and that's it. I'm giving up on my dreams. You know?
But it will work.
But it will.
It's working.
It's working. I'm gonna make it work no matter what. That's why I keep put pressure on this, and I've been doing it for a long time to know what may work, how to promote myself, how to do this, how to record it. Let's say promoting myself, right? Making music, right? Started off with making music, then doing music videos, shooting photos. Then people would call, hey, bro, can you shoot a video for me? Can you do these photos for me? All right. So people were doing this. So now I'm going to do it professionally, doing photography, doing videography, doing music videos now. So started taking it there, quinceañeras, then weddings, then photo pictures, family pictures. You know, just me. I would like to go take natures, Big Sur, Monterey, stuff like that. Then I got really more into doing photography professionally to take it as a business. So there I started establishing my name as a photographer. So then that took me about, I've been doing this since 2017, 2018. So I've been doing it for a while now. And then doing graphics. So creating my logos, creating my graphics, my cover art.
All the little details that people don't notice.
A lot of little things. Even like I didn't bring my sweater, but I have my clothing brand, and it's a Wolfpack, you know. And I wear my sweaters, my shirt to represent my clothing brand, which is Wolfpack Music. My clothing brand, which I made it off of my record or my music label, which is 420 Block Entertainment, Wolfpack Music. So that's kind of what I represent and my songs, you know.
Bro, cuando la gente mire el interview, they're gonna be like, "What the hell? I thought I was the only one doing this." I was like, "No, people.
We're all over the place.
You take this hat off, you're gonna put another hat on, and then another hat on. You better have a collection of hats, because if you want to make it, you definitely have to buy the hat."
And this is just like my personal life, you know, like off of this, and then off of this, I have my when I go to work, that's a whole different other thing too. You know,
but you got a family as well. You're a father.
Family. Yeah.
Bro, how that feel? Because I'm a dad too. I'm a dad of two.
It's hard to balance it, bro, to be honest. You know, it's hard. But it's because I want to chase my passion and what I want to do. I try to tell my wife and my kids to, I hope they understand the reason why I'm doing this for them. So right. Even they try to follow my steps or not, but at least they can see, hey, my dad's been doing this.
He's a hustler.
He's right. I think maybe they don't see that now. Maybe, you know, but maybe as they're growing, be like, damn, my dad's doing all this, and I want you guys to kind of follow my steps. I want to be like a role model that they can be like, hey, my dad's been doing this. He does this. He does that. Like you say, man, he does it all. I had another buddy that it does a podcast too, and we did the same. And he's like, bro, you do it all. Talented. Like, hey, bro, it's a multi-talented, but I
definitely
don't see it like that too. But it is that I try to. One of them has to hit or something, you know.
Something is gonna hit.
You know what I mean?
Something's gonna hit, bro.
And either way, everything that I do, revolves around my music or even my photography, you know. So even I could help out somebody else. Hey, I could do it for free. Hey, let me do a video for you. Let me do a photo shoot for you. And just for my liking.
It's a step, man. It's a step. I think, como decía mi mamá siempre, tienes que dar del ala para comer de la pechuga. So give a little bit of side wings so you can get that chicken breath on, you know what it is? Because if not, you know, look, every time I bring somebody into the ecast studio, I tell them, this is your place. This is not my place. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's my family's heirloom right now to me. So I want people to feel comfortable and do the things that maybe another place there don't feel comfortable doing, you know, in a creative perspective, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I try to bring people that are gonna relate to me or relate to the space, and they can explode that imagination further out. That's what I really want to do for the community. Yeah. And since you mentioned you had not stopped here in Greenfield before, even though he's been all over, up and down the coast.
I know. I haven't really stopped here like to explore or check out the town, you know. I lived in Chular for a couple years. They call it Ghost Town for most of you guys that know. I used to go to school in Gonzales High School. Went there for about a year and a half. Then I went to San Diego, down to Carlsbad, Oceanside to be exact. And then went to school for 1 year there. And then I moved back up north here. Did my senior year in Alvarez High School. And then just been here ever since.
Man. Bro, what are the current projects that you're working on right now?
So photography-wise, I've kind of caught up with all my work right now. So I kind of go every Sunday to Selena's Cars and Coffee, which I have a classic car. So I go there every Sunday, take my car. That's like a thing that I don't know. I have to go there every Sunday to kind of have a good Sunday.
It's your release.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I love it. And then I shoot cars mostly there. That's like my free time. So I shoot the cars that I like or that I don't have photos of. So I can take pictures of those. Other than that, I'll book a photo shoot or a photo session or video. Besides that, I don't have any work for photography or working right now. I'm trying to work on a project, which is a short film, like a horror film. Oh, so that's kind of what I need some actors. So in case anybody
I'm down, I am hella down to act.
That'd be pretty good, you know. I got a few photographers that are.
I acted once, bro. I did once like a short film when I was in my teens. I played a doctor. Oh, okay. And it was an experience, bro. Yeah. That was an experience. I'm down to do it.
That's cool. And then me, like, thinking about it, like, the directing it, you know? I don't want to make it to, like, I'm shooting a whole professional thing. Yeah. It's like, I got a good equipment where it's like, when I shoot music videos, I know how to angle it or light it, you know? To make it come out nice.
Of course.
It doesn't have to be all crazy. I want it to be, like,
just right.
Yeah, just good enough for me, you know, but enough for it to put it out and be like, hey, that's something pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
I can make a short film for somebody. It's like when I shoot weddings, it kind of got to tell a story, you know?
Right.
Kind of the quinceañeras too, kind of from the start to the finish, you know, what happens throughout the day. So for a film, right now what I have kind of writing and stuff, I'm trying to like script it down for the actors. And then for myself to how to shoot it. So that's another process right there too.
Right.
Gear that I'm gonna need. Where I'm gonna shoot it.
Sorry. How long does it take you to work on a storyline like that, like for a wedding or for like a quinceañera?
So right now I have 2 quinceañeras next month. So I already kind of have the process. I do the shoots, right? So when I'm doing them, right now the quinceañeras is the mom, the dad, and the daughter, or they have brothers and sisters or whatnot. So that's like more of the family. Like this one that they want me to do is start from the beginning, which that's kind of what I've been wanting to do. Mostly they don't. They just want like the church and then just the venue and then that's it. But they want me to do from the beginning when they're getting ready at the house, when they drive into the church, from the church.
A day as the whole, prepping for the quinceañera.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, that's more like a wedding type of style. They want the quinceañera from when they're getting ready, right? Her dress, her in her room, probably putting the dress on the bed and her crown and her jewelry.
Right.
Getting some video of that slow motion. So like even telling a story there, maybe a picture of her grandma and grandpa they're coming from Mexico or something, like depending on
Oh,
that. So even just telling a story of, hey, maybe a picture of their grandparents when she was a little baby, or
right,
holding her, depending on the scenario, but
right.
kind of telling a story of that their family or whatnot
Mm-hmm.
makes the video a little more better. Or
Definitely.
even just when it's that day when they book me a couple weeks before or a week before, it's a little harder to kind of plan it out like that. But when it's like right now, I have time to plan it out, what I want to shoot, where I'm gonna shoot it, getting the gear that I have. Like, let's say the certain location we're gonna be, it was gonna be nice to get a drone shot right there. It's gonna be nice to maybe get a car scene pulling in or something. So kind of
Mm,
planning out some scenes.
right.
It's kind of how I would go about it.
Man, so as a DIYer mastermind
Yeah.
here, out of all the hats that you wear, which one comes out more naturally?
I think right now what's mostly good that's getting more attention is my photography. I think
Mm,
that's kind of what's getting a little more, or that I've been promoting the most and a little more. I've been doing a lot of my music too. Trying to promote myself a little more. I think I need to get focused back on music, but since I do,
so
so
many
many things,
things.
it's
That
trying to
calendar is booked.
it's booked every other day. So like this week, I found time. I got out no work, So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm spending time to do my photography, doing some graphics, doing some music. Even hey, I'm here now to trying to
Right,
really get
right.
some time. I'm gonna make a trip to the Pinnacles. I was saying, Soledad Pinnacles to record something.
Yeah.
Getting some content. As hiking, and also maybe get some content to shoot this horror film. It'll probably be something good, maybe as just myself or recording myself, creating the movie just with my tripod and myself to make it a little more suspenseful, still shots, um, something like
That's what
that.
I'm trying to learn right now because I'm trying to kind of like take shots of my own music as well. Because y'all know, I wear multiple hats too. So I've been kind of like resetting my whole artist thing, and I removed everything from my Instagram and
Okay.
try to build
Reset and
again.
refresh.
Yeah, so I
Right.
can actually give people just a steady, consistent music type thing instead of posting random stuff.
Things.
And
Okay.
I'm kind
I
of
was
I'm
like
get
that too. I was like that in the beginning too.
yeah, man. I mean, you
So
can get sidetracked, but now I got
that's
other
why I
pages for
made
all that
that's why I
stuff.
made different.
Yours,
That's
but
why I made
bro, you
this.
gotta have some ADHD or something on that too, because I tell you,
Hey, for real,
bro,
huh?
it's like super organized. When you go into that page, it's like, okay, I'm posting on your podcast. For
Yeah, yeah.
example, it's the middle one has a video, the side one's just
Yeah.
picture. Then the one on top sides
You know what?
video,
I
video,
like that
picture.
you're the first one that has ever told me like that, organize it like that.
Come
A lot of
on,
people
man.
don't really look at that, but that's more
But
like to look at it professionally. When I look at it, I'm
yeah.
like, I want people when they look at it, they're like, oh shit, it looks pretty
It's
nice.
stacked.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
stacked. By the
that's
way, you
good.
brought my stack.
Yeah.
Off joke,
Hey.
offline joke here.
Yeah, I do have a lot. It's a props that I
Yeah,
use for the videos,
man,
but
we gotta bring that prop money out here, man,
so
for
so I
real.
made that because I just bought a suitcase. I went to what is it? I went to the Salvation Army, and I found a old like a suitcase,
Uh-huh.
and it's more like a cash, like when what was it? What would it be called? Little register or whatever,
Oh, a
little
cash
metal thing,
register.
but it doesn't have nothing inside. So I put like a little board shelf, and
Okay.
then I put the money on top to make it look like it's stacked in there with
Yeah,
money.
yeah, looks
And
badass. I was
and
like, yo,
then
make sure you bring the stack out here when you
see.
come down.
So right now I would have been able to like open it up and been like, check
You
this
see?
out. Hey, you see that? So it would have been something cool for like props.
That's
It's
funny, man.
cool.
That I like all
Here's our
that kind of
deal.
stuff,
Here's
man.
our deal.
Here's our deal. Yo,
Yeah.
under the table, what I got.
For real.
Man, that's so fun, bro. For real,
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
But look, what are you looking forward to now that you've been consistent with your work? Well, you kind of mentioned a little bit now about that horror film.
Mhm.
What are you looking forward to do after that?
I'm trying to shoot like I'm guessing more as a director to
Mm,
shoot not like hours of movie like a movie 2 hour movie, right,
mm,
but more like short films,
mm.
short concepts. Like right now what I'm gonna do a project. I'm thinking of doing a project of like East Salinas, right,
Okay.
the living and what you see in the east side of Salinas. And then let's say when you go to the south side or the north side of Salinas, where the neighborhood's a little different.
Yeah.
I want to record concepts of like outside of a market
Okay.
and like people going in and out, buying groceries.
Have you ever
stuff like that?
been to South by Southwest?
I have not.
Oh, then you should. We'll talk about that offline.
Oh, okay.
But South by Southwest, I believe right now it's one of the largest film basically event. It's like a whole week event. You know, it's everything film.
Where's that at?
I believe it. If I'm not mistaken, they do it in Houston now. But I could definitely hook you up with that because I've been looking to do that too, but it's just a week long. I usually do the NAMM show, which is in Anaheim every January, and it's the music event where this big mogul people go to showcase their new gear, and I'm a gearhead and stuff. But the South by Southwest is one of those that it concentrates a lot in film, and I've been looking to go out there. And I got myself some equipment, so I'm learning too. I'm getting on the head steps too, bro. Come on,
a few tricks too.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
Ask me Q&A,
bro, for real, because I sure need it.
Yeah, and I've been trying to do I started up doing like a guide online.
Oh,
people
okay.
that are starting photography, if they look on my link in my bio, they're able to see. I have a page where you're able to download my guides or buy some presets and LUTs.
Oh,
if you use Photoshop, Lightroom, and stuff like that too. And you're an editor, so
people go follow it. Follow it, bro. One of the questions we're almost about to wrap up because I can't wait to go to the session. Oh my god, bro! One of the questions that I always ask all my special guests is about mental health and music and mental health. And in this case, let's talk the entertainment industry and mental health because you're doing everything. How is your mental health today? And how do you cope when you're feeling stressed out or whatnot?
I kind of, I did. I was just mentioning to my wife actually that for like a month, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had any dreams. I don't know if this is just a personal thing. I haven't had any dreams. I would just go to sleep, wake up, it's the next day already. And usually when I go to sleep, I would like wake up and I would tell off like, oh, I just had a crazy dream. I was dreaming about this or whatever, or even just to keep it like creative, thinking the creative process. But I think to work, stress thing that happens at work, and then getting off of work and then wanting to work on my things too, staying up late, waking up and then going to sleep and then waking up and then going to work again.
Yeah,
a little stressful.
The routine.
Yeah. And then barely having enough time. Well, not that I don't have enough time, but making that time for work and then trying to make the time for family too. That's where it's kind of tough, trying to make it work or balance it. I try to just take my time to go. I get home, get in my studio at least for an hour, just like, put on some music or try to catch up on some editing or something. It out. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. And then I'm like, all right. And then I'm home chilling, all right, and then back again. I'm chilling in the living room with the kids or my family, and same thing again the next day. So it's kind of, I feel like it's a repetitive thing sometimes. Try to continue to go through it. Just listen, make a song, or I'll do some. I'm gonna do a photo shoot today or something. Just to
keep yourself busy.
That's how I always say. I try to keep myself busy. So I don't like not doing anything. So I cannot not be doing nothing.
Yeah, you have to actually do something.
I can't be just like sitting down in my bed, living room.
Yeah.
And doing nothing. Or if I'm doing something, I have to try to improve, and I'm learning something, like watching a video on how to do something for photography, or how to edit a certain way, or how to change, just to try to learn. There's one thing I say is, every day is a chance to learn something new.
Definitely.
It's never learning.
Bro, I always say, remain teachable.
Yeah.
Remain teachable. Yeah. The moment that you feel that you already know it all, you're failing yourself. Yeah. So remain yourself teachable.
Sometimes when my son, I don't have all the answers.
I don't know shit. That's all I'm gonna say. All I know is that I don't know anything.
Yeah. That's good. We're still able to learn, So as we continue to grow. So,
yeah, man. Bro, I'm so excited for this day. I'm glad that you actually made it here, bro. Tell everybody where they can find you, man.
I appreciate you having me. So yeah, I go by JC. You can find me on JC period LOCZ, JC LOCZ. And then also there, when you find my page, link in the bio, you'll find all my other pages just to make it easier. But I do my photography, which is M Vision. I do my graphic designing, G Designs JC. And then I also have my Wolfpack Beats. I make instrumental beats. So if you want to purchase, if you're an artist, feel free to DM me. I also have my own clothing brand, Wolfpack Clothing Line. I have my classic Rambler page. So got a little bit of everything.
He does it all, people. He does it all. Así que, bro.
No, thank you for having
thanks
me,
again, man, for being
me.
here. I'm super stoked for this. I can't wait for you guys to actually see this. And if you already saw this, make sure you subscribe, you like, you leave a comment, and go follow my boy on all his pages, because I assured you he has something for you. All right.
Thank you.
So we catch you later. This is episode 3 of exclusive chats and studio tracks. Later.